It's a very interesting because you're quite right. Whilst you guys have been multi-location and that, China, Australia, USA, etc., the pandemic has forced an awful lot of businesses to be multi-location because everyone's working from home. But it's an interesting point that you've mentioned culture a few times. Do you feel it's actually the adoption of the technologies that you guys use, through Office 365, the ERP, etc. Do you find that that's helping to evolve the culture?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's helping to evolve the culture with people connecting, but we also want as many people as possible to really understand what makes the business tick. So we try to be very open with our numbers, our KPIs, and we've spent a lot of time developing Power BI type applications. So we've got lots of screens around the site and lots of screens that people can access on their computers to really show people what's important, what makes the business tick.
Yep.
Whether it be order status, and if an order turns red on a Power BI report, then everybody jumps on it and says what's going on here, or sales figures, or cash flow. There's almost a limitless number of areas that this is touched in the business, and I'm very keen that we keep developing that openness and business, and people really understand what matters. That's not a magic person that does the finance and a magic person that does the sales. It's all interlinked.
Because what you're really doing there, not only are you empowering employees by giving them the technology that you need, but you're actually showing an openness to say you can make a difference, you can impact something because you're sharing a lot of important information with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and one of the biggest things that for us the pandemic's forced upon us is our daily check-in meetings, which have very much become driven by the important data, the important activities in the business. So each business and teams at different levels in the businesses have a maximum 15-minute check-in every day, and even though there's a number of people on site, everyone's still connecting through Teams to keep the social distancing, and it's worked. It's enabled the communication to be much better in the business than it ever was before when everyone was on site. So that planned check-in, we're going to keep going, even when the pandemic's finished and most people are back on site, we'll keep doing those activities. And just some of the simple things, as Teams has developed, I think we could only have 4 people on the screen at once when we started.
That's right, yes.
And just being able to see people's faces, different people have different characters, but for some people it's really important that they see people every day and you can see people on the screen. So that's the kind of thing that for us has been quite exciting about Teams, and a new feature appears, and we might try it and not use it, or we'll try it and go, that's great, and it just, you sort of look back and you think, how did we cope without that before?
Yeah. So would you say it's made probably meetings more efficient, and sharing information, people then realize that the impact that they can make and the difference that they can make?
Absolutely, it's made people much more aware of the pressures and the difficulties that other individuals might be under in the business. So it tends to reduce the stress across the business, because whilst people can't necessarily help each other, at least they're aware that this might be why somebody's not got back to them in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Like normally would. And we've got an employee based in the Middle East in Dubai, so he's never actually been on site here. So he's traditionally worked on sending an email and hoping for a response, and is sat in Dubai getting frustrated if he doesn't get a response. But now, just with the daily check-in, he can quite easily go, oh, by the way, did you see that? I suppose maybe it's a little bit British, but